In today's jazz piano lesson, I'm going to share with you 3 exotic sounds for jazz piano. That's right, these are going to be exotic sounds which you might not have encountered before, but they're fairly easy to play and they add a ton of variety to your playing. So you're in for a treat, enjoy the lesson, and we're going to get straight in. Okay, so let's take a look at a very exotic chord called the Phrygian sus chord. Here's how it looks for C Phrygian sus. We're going to play the root in our left hand, then we're going to play this in our right hand. I'm playing the flat second, the fourth, the fifth, and the root. A very Eastern sounding chord. Now, why is it called the Phrygian sus chord? Well, the Phrygian scale is basically a minor scale with a flat 2. It looks like this. So this Phrygian sus chord has this flat 2, and it actually fits into the notes of the Phrygian scale. And then it has a fourth instead of a third. Now, usually when we play a chord like this is called a sus4 chord because it doesn't have a third. Most chords have a third, but a sus chord has a fourth instead of the third. And that's what this chord has as well. It has a flat second, a fourth, and then a fifth and a root. Now, my suggestion for using this chord would be to use it as the 1 chord of a 2-5-1. So say you have a 2-5-1 in C major, D minor 7, G dominant 7, C major 7. Well, instead of playing C major 7, you could substitute and reharmonize it and play this C Phrygian sus chord instead. So that's a nice sound. You could also do it on a minor 2-5-1. Great sound. I used this in one of my own pieces called Afternoon in Rio. So this was a 2-5-1 in E flat major, so F minor 7, B flat dominant 7, but then instead of resolving to E flat major 7 as you'd expect, I substitute and reharmonize my own song, which you're allowed to do as a composer, and I play it as a Phrygian sus chord. So this is E flat Phrygian sus, root in the bass, flat second, fourth, fifth, and root. Okay, let's take a look at the whole tone scale. Here is C whole tone scale. So, as its name implies, it's just a series of whole tones. You hear it a lot in film music, anytime someone starts to go into a dream. Well, this scale also works great in jazz. There's one chord which I like to apply this to, and that is the dominant 7 chord. So here's C dominant 7. However, for this whole tone scale to fit, we have to sharpen the 5th. So because there's no G natural in the whole tone scale, we take this G and we turn it into a C7 sharp 5 chord. Now we can play the whole tone scale and it works fine. And a nice technique I like to use with this whole tone scale is to play some patterns that are a major third. So you play a major third like this. I think that creates a nice sophisticated sound. So applied to a 2-5-1 in C major, we're going to have D minor 7, G7, and C major 7, the 1 chord. We can take this 5 chord, make it a G7 sharp 5. So here in Cry Me a River, I found a 2-5-1, so F minor 7, B flat dominant 7, E flat major 7, and on the B flat dominant 7, I'm making it a B flat dominant 7 sharp 5, and then I'm playing this pattern using notes of B flat whole tone scale. Then then resolving back to E flat major 7. So that's a nice technique. Okay, let's take a look at one of my favorite slash chords. Slash chords are a type of chord voicing which you'll see sometimes in jazz standards where there's a slash in between two letters. The first letter specifies a triad which you play in your right hand, then there'll be a slash, and then that second letter is the bass note that you play in your left hand. So one of my favorite slash chords is C/D flat. C means a C major chord, and then we're going to play D flat in our left hand, like this. And I'm doubling up some notes here. I like to play this C major in an outer octave like this, and then the left hand I like to play in an octave as well, like this. Now this chord, C major/D flat, could be used on an ending for any song in C. We could do a sort of 2-5-1 pattern leading up to it. So if we do a minor 2-5-1 in C minor, we could do D half diminish the 2 chord, G7 the 5 chord, and then we could replace the 1 chord with this C major/D flat chord. So let's see how that might sound. Now if you want more exotic jazz piano sounds, well, I've put together a free piece of sheet music which goes into even more exotic jazz piano sounds. You can download that for free at the link below. And apart from that, I'm going to handpick the next jazz tutorial video here, so you can continue learning more jazz piano sounds that you can walk away with and use at the piano today. My name's Julian Bradley, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.